Hi everyone, welcome to Water Tanks with stewiejp. I'm Stewie, you're not, and yes, that's right, I stuffed up the title of this one. It's not all tier 7s, the LTTB is no longer a tier 7, it's a tier 8 now. But in any case, this is going to be a triple shot of ace tanker action featuring a light, a medium and a heavy. The first one is the light tank of panzerquack in the LTTB, which used to be a tier 7. So I'll try and change that a little bit later. But panzerquack is platooned up with his old mate Psi91, also from Calm Clan. Psi91 in the cartoon tank of the Nameless, and panzerquack getting up into the Abbey. On Abbey, he's also platooned up with Results May Vary from Cat Clan. Now, can't say I've heard of them. I'm sure they're a great bunch of guys. He's in the Stritzwagen S1, the premium Swedish tank destroyer, as panzerquack gets into the Abbey. He's not going to overcommit. He's gone up through this little shortcut way, which I'd never managed to be able to do. I don't think all tanks can fit through these buildings, but the LTTB certainly a little bit thin, a little bit lean. So it could probably squeeze in there, no worries whatsoever. He goes in. This is a tier 9 game, 4 tier 9s on each team in this one. A Conqueror, Mouskin, Type 4 Heavy and Tortoise, so plenty of heavy tanks in this one. The Conqueror A45, WZ111-4 and the Jag Tiger on panzerquack's team. Does get spotted. He was looking for a bit of a cheeky side shot towards that Conqueror, but I think he's a little bit too far down to be able to shoot the tier 9 British heavy tank. panzerquack just moves out of the way, tries to make himself unspotted, looking for vision on that P Victoria, the Primo Victoria premium Swedish tier 8 medium tanks. I wish they'd introduced another Swedish line, because I've got that tank, Primo Victoria. It's quite a fun tank to play, but it'd be nice to be able to utilise that crew in another tank without going backwards in my current grind. Anyway, here we go. 0-all is the score on Abbey. This is going to be 3 games. He bounces the M4190 grand final tank and thinks, that's not a fight you're going to win. The WZ111-4 picks up the first kill of the game, getting rid of the enemy LTTB. panzerquack just looking for a few cheeky side shots in towards where Psi91 is in his Nameless. Can't see the red outline on that Primo Victoria, but there is some heavy action coming. Looks like that Conqueror is coming up. He shoots a Conqueror for 179 damage before he continues to burn and die after the WZ111-4 picks up his second kill. panzerquack did get a little bit of assisted damage for that. Now again, he's gone through another one of these little gaps, which I can never manage to get through. Look at the back of the Stritzwagen S1 premium Swedish TD, but he's just gone out of sight. 2 zip is the score, 348 damage so far. He's blocked one shot from the M4190. The Object 416 goes down. That'll be on that eastern flank, which is looking pretty light on that eastern flank. Somebody shoots towards panzerquack and misses, and he decides maybe this is not a fight I want to get. You can see the T28 prototype had been spotted down there at J6. He doesn't want that big gun shooting at him, or the 112, or the IS6 for that matter. They could all take him out pretty quickly. So it's back to the Abbey he goes. Wants to get some vision on that M4190. Looks like that M4190 might have caught that Batchat 12T on the reload. Shoots and rams the M4190. He's already bounced him once. Let's see if he can do it again. He doesn't bounce that shot. Shoots and sets him on fire. Takes him down to a pretty low health now. He's down to... sets him on fire again. And picks up the kill on that premium German light tank. Looking for a little bit of snipe action towards the north from the Abbey. But looks like that Primo Victoria, the Tortoise, the Stritzwagen and the Scorpion G have all gone unspotted. That Jag Tiger will be feeling pretty nervous up there in the north, all by himself. Results May Vary gets taken out by the Munchkin. The Carnarvon gets taken out by the STA1, and that evens it up at 5-5. Does put one blind shot down, straight down the Firefly. Not sure who he was trying to get. Maybe the 112, who hasn't been seen for a bit. Moving back up into the Abbey now. He's got the Batchat 12T for a little bit of company. Looking for some cheap shots into those tank destroyers. And there's one shot. 183 damage into the Stritch Faggot. He does get spotted though, possibly by the 112. I doubt those TDs will be spotting him up there, so he moves behind the buildings to try and minimise the chance of him getting hurt. They're down by 2 tanks now, 5-7. He's looking for a shot on the Tortoise, doesn't have the angle. He's got something between him and the Tier 9 British tank destroyer. 5-7. 5-7 is the score. He's looking again. He's got 432 hit points up his sleeve. Now that's a one shot for a few of these enemy tanks. The IS-6 is about 400 alpha damage. Scorpion G for sure. The T-28 prototype for sure could one shot him. Mouskin in the Type 4 as well. Fires clutch towards the Primo Victoria. 6 cents doesn't go off, but he might already be spotted, so he decides to turn around and maybe go for a different angle. Maybe try and help his mate in the Nameless try and chip away at the 112. Takes him for 185 damage. 6 cents does go off this time, down to 982 at 112. Nameless Psi 91, he's no dummy, he knows what he's doing. He's got the armour and the hit points to try and take on the Chinese premium Tier 8 tank, the 112. 5-7 still the score, still down by 2 tanks. You'd think Nameless would have this one covered, but panzerquack wants to try and help his platoon mate. And his clan mate aims towards the commander's hats. That's not going to go through. In fact, I don't think he even hit him. Not the most accurate gun in the world, the LTTB, but when it hits, it certainly hits well. Takes him down to 183. One more shot could be enough. Psi 91 says, hold my beer, I've got this. Picks up the kill on that other premium tank, the Chinese, before panzerquack tries to whittle away at that Tortoise or the Primo Victoria, who have both gone unspotted. You'd think that FV201 might spot him pretty soon though, so he wants to get into a position where he can help him. Switches to APCR rounds, which is premium ammunition. APCR 216 penetration compared to 170. That's a decent amount of distance. That'll do. Picks up his second kill of the game, gets rid of the Primo Victoria. Didn't see the 6 cents go off, so I think let's farm some damage and chip away at this Tortoise. One more shot should do it. Of course, it might not be a big gun, but it's got the good way to fire, the LTTB. Panzerquack from Calm Clan. He's on 2,653 hit points. That's more than double the hit points that he brought into this game. That WZ111 1-4 finally kills the Type 4 Heavy. I'm tipping they were involved in a bit of a fight for some time. He's having a good game, but he's down to 73 hit points. Panzerquack going through this little gap again. He loves those little gaps. He's looking towards the Scorpion G. He's got high explosive loaded, trying to take advantage of that extra bit of damage, 300 damage compared to 180. That's a decent difference as long as it penetrates. So of course it's got a hell of a lot less penetration. High explosive rounds only got 44 penetration compared to 170 or 216. But if he penetrates the turret of that Scorpion G, he might just get one through. Not sure exactly what the armour is on the top of that Scorpion G. I know it's lightly armoured, that's for sure. Unlike the hull, which is like it's a Panther hull, I think. Anyway, 9-all's the score. And a lot of the reason why it's 9-all is Panzerquack at his 3 kills, 2,653 damage, plus a little bit of assisted damage. Looking to, what's he going to do from here? He's got 432 hit points up his sleeve. Like I said earlier, Scorpion G, the T-28 prototype, the IS-6 and maybe the Mouskin could take him out with one shot. Slowly peeking around. You can see Psi 91 there in the Nameless on 928 hit points, so he's got a little bit up his sleeve. Mouskin gets taken down to 45 hit points. It looks like it was the IS-3 that did that. Nameless, Psi 91 picks up the kill. Seagulls that one. That's his second kill of the game. He's certainly having a good one. And for the first time in a long time, they're up by a tank. 10-9 on Abbey. Bit of map ping going on. What are we going to do? You'd think these heavy tanks would work together. The WZ on very low health, 73 hit points. That's a one shot for anybody on this team. In fact, if he takes a long fall off a hill or something like that, I think he might be gone for all money, but he's having a good game as well on 3 kills. Panzerquack on 432 hit points, going down with his mate Nameless, Psi 91 in the Nameless, and they've found a bit of armour here. They need to be careful. The T-28 prototype clearly looking at Psi 91. Looks like he got him for 425 hit points. So 91. So panzerquack puts a shot into the T28 and into the ST8. Gets a bit of ram damage into the lightly armoured Japanese premium heavy medium tank. Is that the premium or not? And he's going to go for another kill. He gets it. Saves Nameless's life. Big time. Picks up 2 more kills. That's 5 kills for panzerquack from Calm Clan. He's up to 3,679 damage. But he's going to have to do some more. Chipping away at that IS-7 using this dead tank as a bit of cover. Takes the IS-6 down to 1,023 hit points. He doesn't seem to be too worried about panzerquack in the LTTB. But he should be worried about these other big guns that are coming up his way. Of course, no one wants to get too far forward. They're all very low health tanks, those heavies. Side 91 in the Nameless picks up the kill of the IS-6. That's his 3rd kill of the game. panzerquack would dearly love to give himself a top gun in here. The WZ111 1-4 asks the question in chat, should we try and cap this one? Because we're all pretty low health. And the Carnarvon comes up with a good idea. Just one cap. Maybe it could be Side 91 on 16 hit points in the Nameless, or maybe it could be the WZ. Who knows? 2 enemy tanks left, the Scorpion G and the Stritzwagen S1. They're platooning as well. And hopefully, let's see if panzerquack can pick himself up the top gun in the LTTB on Abbey. Searching. What's that FV4? He's only on 44 hit points as well. That's why he's not the FV202. That's why he's not going up here in the north. It looks like the Stritzwagen S1 got into that sort of a mini boosty spot there at A8 where you can get behind some cover and a lot of bushes up there too. So it'd make it hard for people to spot you. Looks like one tank is capping. It's either the IS or it's Side 91 in his Nameless. panzerquack doesn't want to cap. He wants to get one more kill for a top gun. There's the Stritzwagen S1 who is running as fast as his little tracks can carry him back towards those heavy tanks that are on the cap. But of course, panzerquack doesn't want to get shot, especially by the Scorpion G, who is now lit down there as well. That Scorpion G on 500 hit points. panzerquack will be looking firmly towards that Stritzwagen S1, who is a one-shot for him, and it will also be his top gun if he can pick up the kill. 4,180 damage done. A little bit blocked, a little bit of assisted. He's certainly done his job in this one. There it is. Go for the top gun. Well done, son. 6 kills to panzerquack, and the Scorpion G kills the enemy Scorpion G. And in the end, a win that wasn't looking very likely for a long part of that game. They were down by 2 or 3 tanks for a hell of a lot of that replay. But panzerquack in his LTTB, not the Tier 7, gives himself an Ace Tanker Mastery Badge. Also the Bruiser. Arsenal for setting that M4190 on fire. The Duelist, 5 for effect, and the Top Gun. Top the score charts, 4,314 damage, 1,551 base experience, 6 kills for the Top Gun, 31 shots fired, 25 hit, 22 went through. Ace Tanker, thank you very much. Cost him a few credits. I didn't notice premium rounds, but it was a little bit fast for me to keep up with. Maybe he did fire some premium ammunition in that game. But all in all, a well-deserved Ace Tanker Mastery Badge from the old mate panzerquack from Calm Clan. And it should be said, Side 91 came second as well in that one. I just flicked it over to the second game. And this one is from the old mate Defiance. Defiance has been on this channel before. I'm pretty sure he's changed his name. It'll be up to him if he wants to let us know. He certainly has changed his name. He's certainly the same bloke. This time he's in the Leo. Now this is not the German Leo. This is the Swedish Leo. He's got 1 mark of excellence on that gun barrel, which tells me he's no slouch in this tank. The Leo comes with a pretty good gun, 105mm gun at Tier 7, isn't bad at all. 300 alpha damage, 155 penetration with standard rounds. 194 with APCR, which is premium ammunition in this tank. Now Defiance has joined Life Clan, he's in the Leo, and he's on Miravanka. He's looking for some vision on the enemy team. Now he knows there's no armour on the Leo because he's driving one, so he puts one into the enemy Leo tank just after he fired by the looks of it. Picks up some spotting some tanks. Of course, it's not the fastest firing gun in the world. The gun on the Leo, the Swedish medium tank. Fun tank to play though. I enjoyed it. It's a bit of an odd tank Nothing to do with the German Leo. Looks nothing like it. And, well, maybe it looks a bit like it if you... I don't know. You better judge. 1 zips the score. He's put 1 shot into the enemy Leo. He's just found the AZ4 Experimental. That's the Tier 6 Premium British tank, which is an Australian tank. I remember when that came into the game, I was pretty excited to buy it. And that's not a bad tank at all. But no match for the Leo, though, at Tier 7. Now, this is a Tier 8 game, but just 3 Tier 8s on each team. And I'm tipping that Defiance from Life Clan is going to focus on the Tier 6s and 7s that present themselves in this little battle on the east of Muravanka. Plenty of tanks near the cap circle as well, making sure the enemy team don't cap it out. Gets a shot into the enemy Leo before the Emil 1 picks up the kill. 3-1's the score. They're going down pretty quickly. He looks like the Carnarvon just fired. So Defiance puts a shot into the back of the Tier 8 British top tier heavy tank. And now he pulls back. So he doesn't want to engage that Carnarvon frontally. 1200 damage already, so he's already secured himself a fire for effect, but he'll make that 1458 as he puts a shell into the T-34 A45M. That's a premium Tier 6 Russian medium tank that was given away with a bit of a mini mission not so long ago. 3-2's the score as he shoots the Carnarvon, takes him down to a 1 shot, looking firmly towards that Hellcat. This surely will go straight through for 253. That's a bit of a low roll for a 300 alpha damage gun. 5-3's the score. T-34-85 and the Carnarvon both got taken out pretty quickly. They did lose the T-71 in that little skirmish. I think that happened on the other side of the map. T-71 was trying to spot cap, which he went down very, very valiantly. Defiance keeps rolling forward now. He knows there's a Hellcat back there somewhere, and it looks like that's what he's going to go hunting for with the score on 5-3. Looking towards the enemy Leo tank, but you'd think the Emil, with a little bit of help, should have him covered. The Emil picks up the kill on the LTG, which is the Tier 7 light tank. And he finds the Hellcat, shoots him, go for the ram kill. That's a waste, son. Just a soft ram. Only cost him 28 hit points because the Leo doesn't have much armour. Either does the Hellcat. But of course, when you're ramming these lightly armoured tanks, you're going to cop a little bit of damage. 7-5's the score now. 2 enemy tanks are capping. There's plenty of guns there for resets, but not a lot of armour. Where the enemy do, the T26E4, Oni and the KV2, all heavy tanks or reasonably heavily armoured tanks. Picks up a kill on the enemy Leo. That's a guy he was shooting at earlier, or maybe it was the other one. There's 2 friendly tanks go down pretty quickly trying to reset the Lorraine and the Hellcat. And that just leaves the T-37 Nashorn and the Scorpion G looking towards that white flag. So what's Defiance going to do? He's on 2 kills, 2,500 damage done. And all of a sudden they lose 2 more tanks pretty quickly as he aims towards that AT8. Is he going to get it? No. He actually did get it, but it didn't go through. 9-all the score now. That's certainly changed pretty quickly. That Saint Emil having a pretty good game. He's on 3 kills, and he got the kill on that AT8 as well. Defiance moving swiftly forward with the help of the IKV-65-2. That's a Tier 6 tank destroyer. He won't be brawling too much. Luckily, Defiance still on 829 hit points, so if he needs to take a shot or 2, he can, but he's going to be wary of the KV2 as well as the Oni with those derp guns. He wants to get rid of that IKV-65-2 first, I think. All tanks have been spotted apart from the T-25-2, and I reckon he might have just found him. There he is. Finds him sniping up at C1 like tank destroyer players often do. 9-all's the score. There's still 2.5 minutes left on the cap timer, so they don't need to panic too much. Looks like the Emil 1 with the Saint Emil, the Tiger, and maybe someone else is going to go through there and get resets on that Scorpion G, which looks like that's the only enemy tank sitting on the cap on 916 hit points. It sounds like they might have just done it. You can see the health of the Scorpion G going down. He cops a shot from the T-25-2 just for 233 damage. Even though he's in a medium with a 300 alpha gun, he's taking less than he's given, which is a pretty good feeling. Just looking for the top of the turret, he bounces the T-25-2. He's already done over 3,000 damage. He's certainly having a rip at Defiance with 2 kills, but they're only up by 1 tank, and he really wants to secure the win, not just have a good game. As he takes the T-25-2 down to a 1-shot, down to 217 hit points, and the IKV-65-2 picks a very good moment to jump in and get rid of a gun from the enemy team. 3 enemy tanks remaining. The T-26E4, that's a Super Pershing, the slow, heavily armoured premium American medium tank. The Oni at tier 7 and the KV2 at tier 6. There's the KV2, gets a shot into it. The IKV playing a very good supporting role in the tier 6 tank destroyer. Gets rid of the KV2. Just 2 enemy tanks left, the E4 Super Pershing and the Oni. Oni hasn't been seen for a while. I don't know if he's just continued to drive along the south. Who knows? Super Pershing picks up a kill on the IKV 65-2. That's the guy who was supporting Defiance quite well. Now it's probably a good time to shoot him. Shoots and misses, gets spotted. Moves behind the red house. No idea where that Oni is. This should go through. It does for 307 hit points. That is now a one-shot, that Super Pershing. And Defiance is not a one-shot. So he's going to beat him in the reload. Picks up his 3rd kill of the game. And that just leaves the tier 7 heavily armoured Japanese enormous tank. The biggest tank in this game anyway. Going to see if they can find it, pick up some more damage. He's already done 4,239. Yep, he's a one-shot for the Oni. Fires clutch, but it doesn't hit. Uses this dead tank as a little bit of cover. Yep, he's aiming his way, but Defiance knows that that thing's going to take a long time to aim. Puts another shot into him, brings his damage up to 4,500. Will he get the kill? No, he won't. The Emil 1 picks up his 5th kill. He's certainly had a very good game. And in the end, a good result, 15-11. It was looking pretty tight for a while. They were winning at the start, and they were doing very, very well at the start. But in the middle, it looked like that might have slipped away. Ace Tanker for Defiance from Life Clan. It's also a duelist, fire for effect, Confederate medal for shooting more enemy tanks than anybody else. High caliber, tops the score, 4,500 damage, 3 kills, 1,501 base experience. He fired 21 shots, 18 hit, 16 went through, 4,530. A little bit of assisted damage, didn't block anything, but why would you in a Leo? That 300 alpha damage gun, not too bad at all. Look at those credits, nearly 50,000 credits with a premium account in that 7.5 minute game on Muravanka as we move on to the 3rd and final battle in this light, medium and heavy triple shot. This one features my old mate Elite Commando from Crown. He was in Crazy Clan for a long time, and now he's up there in Crown. Probably one of the best, I guess, one of the best clans of the Asia server. Not sure. Says hello to another guy. What day X in the Jackson. Letting him know, hey, I was in Crazy, how you going? Say hello for me and all that kind of stuff. Seems like a hell of a nice guy, Elite Commando. Now, Elite Commando is in the FV201 A45. Now, I can't remember how I got this tank. There was some kind of mission some time ago. I'm not 100% sure. It was a long time ago. It's got a 76.2mm gun, 150 damage, 171 penetration, 239 with APCR, which is premium, and it's a very, very fast firing gun. So you don't do your big heavy hitting shots like your IS type tanks or your Japanese heavies or all that kind of stuff. It's more about chipping away at the enemy tanks. Now, Elite Commando is in Karelia. He's on an assault mission. Now, he's attacking, and of course, on an assault mission, it's a 10-minute time limit. When you're attacking, you need to either kill all the enemy tanks or cap the base out. If you fail to do that, even if some of your tanks are still alive at the end, you don't win. The defending team wins, similar to Clan Wars, I guess, in some ways. And there you can see the fast rate of fire in this British premium tier 7 heavy tank, the FV201 A45. Somebody remind me in the comments if you can how I would have got it. I know I got it for free. There was I reckon it was maybe 2 years ago, there was some kind of promotion. Plenty of premium tanks in this game. You look around, there's a low Panther 8.8, the AMX CDA 105. IS2, not sure if that's the premium version or the Chinese version. Scorpion. And that's just on the enemy side. There's plenty of there's the Poodle. You don't see many Poodle games. Considering buying that myself. Dodges a shot from the Oni, puts a shot into the Japanese heavy tank, and he knows the reload time on the OI is it takes about an hour and a half to reload that bloody thing. Gets stunned by the Lorraine 155-50, and clearly a lot of guns aiming his way. Pulls back just behind a rock. He did fix his track, but he got tracked again. And he's already done 750 damage, 550 assisted. He's down to half health though, it's cost him, so he hasn't traded his damaging shots that well. A lot of people clearly sniping up here around about E1, D1. Finds the IS-2, that looks like the Chinese IS-2. Shoots him and sets him on fire. Shoots him again. He's down to 200 odd hit points. Wants to get some more shots into the Tier 7 heavy tank. There's that Panther 8.8 that's being quite annoying by shooting him. He's down to 186 hit points now. He needs to be very careful as he bounces the German premium Tier 8 medium tank. Also copped the shot from the Tiger at Tier 7, so he needs to be careful there. There's plenty of enemy tanks there hugging that rock. I reckon that Lorraine will very possibly be reloaded by now. There's the Scorpion, the premium Tier 7 American tank destroyer. Elite Commando puts a shell into them. He should get another one, just misses that second shot towards that Scorpion. The Panther 8.8 and the Scorpion, the last two tanks spotted over here at E1, E2. Not sure about the Tiger. That Tiger has not been lit, but we know Elite Commando's copped a few shots from the Tiger. There he is. He's up there as well. Of course, they are on the defence, these guys, so there's no... Can't really... On an assault battle, no real reason to criticise them for not pushing forward, because that's not their objective. But with the score on 6-1, I think sometimes going forward is better than kicking back and camping. Shoots and critically hits the Tiger 1 with the score on 6-1. You think they're doing quite well here. He's on 1,767 damage, so he's already done more damage than he's brought into the game. Plus 1,300 assisted. He's only bounced one shot, that's for 240. I'm not sure who that would have been from. Maybe the Tiger or the Panther. There's that Panther again. Damages the Panther for 151. It's going to take a few more shots to chip away at that Panther. Pulls back, fires clutch towards the Tiger and hits him, but doesn't penetrate on the way back. He wants to pull back here. His repair kit can now be used again. 6-1's the score. 5 and a bit minutes left on the clock. His team are doing quite well. They're getting held up here. Who's going to be up there? That's probably the low. In fact, that is the low up there in the northeast. That's what's holding up those three tanks. They really need to do something. You think the T-34 should be able to take out the low with the help of those other tanks, M46KR as well as a little Poodle. 7-1 now as the Hellcat goes down. The Poodle picks up the kill on the AMX Cannon Assault 105. That's a new premium French tank destroyer. And gets a cheeky shot into the Panther. He tracks him as well, gets another shot. Looks like you can see the gun is behind a rock, so he can't shoot back at Elite Commando, even though Elite Commando is spotted. The T25-2 steals the kill, but Elite Commando's damage is now up to 2,816 plus 1,430 assisted damage. Shoots the Tiger again. The KV2 blows the Tiger's head off. You saw his turret fly up into the air. Now the result is certainly a foregone conclusion. 12-2's the score, so it's 3 versus 13. As Elite Commando continues to roll up this hill and look for some more damaging shots into these enemy tanks. Puts a message to the other crazy guy. Ask about Elite Commando. I'm famous over there. Looks like that artillery piece just derped the shit out of the T25-2. Elite Commando continues to move forward. 23 seconds left on the cap clock. Saint Emile and the Lorraine 15550, both pretty lightly armoured targets. KV2 derps the Saint Emile, and there's the artillery. Don't know where that shot went, but he knows he'll be able to shoot again pretty quick. And in the end, he gets himself a kill. Well done, Elite Commando from Crown, formerly Crazy Clan, and well done for saying hello to the other crazy guy in the in-game chat. The FV201 A45, the premium Tier 7 British heavy tank. Sorry for stuffing up the title of this replay, but this is an ace tanker. Hand of God, Bruiser, 5 for effect, high caliber and Confederate for shooting more enemy tanks than anybody else. Tops the score charts with 1,405 base experience, 3,093 damage. Nothing wrong with that in a Tier 7 game. That low really struggled, only did 1,000. Nobody on the enemy team really stood up. I think they camped far too much. And Elite Commando's team had a pretty solid push. The KV2 on 1,600, that's not bad at all for a Tier 6 heavy tank. Look at those credits. So it is a premium tank with a premium account. He made himself just over 87,000 credits after tax with that 6.5 minute game. So there you have it. 3 games. The LTTB, which used to be a tier 7. So maybe I won't change the title. What was the second one? The Leo, the new Leo, the Swedish medium tank, and my old mate Elite Commando from Crown Clan, the FV201 A45, showing in the chat that he's still mates with some of the guys from Crazy, and he wishes them all the best. Thank you very much for the replays, lads. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care, and see you all next time.